Greetings, crafty friends, and welcome to the Autumn Friends Release Video Hop. I'm Shannon with the Kat Scrappiness Creative Crew. If you'd like to participate in the video hop, simply click the link provided in the description box below to view all of the videos from our creative crew. One lucky hopper will win a $15 gift card to the Kat Scrappiness store. To be eligible, make sure that you are subscribed to the Kat Scrappiness newsletter. Fill out the Rafflecopter entry form. You can complete one Rafflecopter entry form at each stop along the hop for more chances to win. While you're hopping, we would appreciate it if you would give the videos some thumbs up and hit the subscribe button at each stop along the hop. Your support truly means the world to us. All of the necessary links, including the Creative Crew hop list, Kat Scrappiness newsletter subscription, and the Rafflecopter entry forms are conveniently located in the description box below this video. Now I'm going to show you several items from the newest release. The first is the I'm Here For You shadow sentiment. It has the words "I'm here for you" and the shadow surrounding the phrase. Next is Besties, also the word besties and a shadow surrounding the word, two separate dies. Tucked in cloud border. This is a border where you can it will cut out the stitched clouds, and there's also additional pieces that you can use to create areas to tuck items into the clouds. The fall frame, this is two pieces. One is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch rectangle, stitched rectangle, plus a ornate kind of stitched die. It's stitched inside and out, and if you use those two together, it gives you a nice stitched frame, plus the inside is stitched, so you can either use it on the same card or keep that stitched item for a separate card. Next is the label frames die set, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitched label dies, and these are also very detailed dies that you can create frames or use them separately just to create shaped labels or shaped card fronts. Next is the stitched wacky frames. Now this comes with 3 sizes of bows and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitched wacky frames, and you can use 2 of them to create a frame or just use one at a time and create a shaped card front or card component. Next is the stitched rounded rectangles. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitched dies, and I will be using this on the card front today. Also is the Autumn Elegance. These are the glitter backgrounds in several colors, including like a champagne, a brown, a kind of copperish color, gold, and then a lighter gold, and a green color. Now these glitter background or these glitter papers are special in as they are just images of a glitter paper, not actual glitter, so there's no mess. They cut like butter through your die cutting machine, and there's several autumn colors, very pretty to use on your autumn cards. My favorite is this kind of champagne color, very beautiful. And finally, the coffee glitter cardstock. These are 6 by 6. There are 6 patterns, 4 of each. That's the same for the Autumn Elegance. There's a brown, 2 darker browns, a medium brown, a copper color, a darker gold, and a champagne color. And the same as the other glitter papers where there's no actual glitter, they're smooth cardstocks. Very heavyweight cardstock. They go through your die cutting machine like butter. Beautiful colors and great for a coffee type card or something that you want to use autumn colors for. So let's get into the card that I'm going to create today. Let me just bring that out. And this is called a Pop and Flip Fun Fold card, and it lays flat when you close it, but when you open it, the center comes through into the inside of the card and kind of flips through. And even though I have the dies going above the edge of the center border, it still fits through because it has that nice little flip component. And I'll teach you how to create that card right now. We will start, let me show you a couple more things. I'm going to be using that Besties die. I set that aside, I'm not sure where that is. Also the Fluttering By layered butterfly stamp set and coordinating dies. The sentiment from the Simple Sentiments Valentine Edition, and this sentiment stamp is one complete stamp, and you use the Universal Simple Sentiments die with this. There is another stamp that is the Simple Sentiments stamp that has several different stamps, and it has one die that will cut all of the sentiments out in one pass. And I don't have that attached. What I do is I just keep a little baggie of all the sentiments in with my stamp set, and as I need them, I just take them out of the baggie. And finally, I'm going to use a colorful chevron pattern from the Gobble Gobble 6x6 double-sided premium cardstock. This has 12 patterns, 4 of each, all in fall colors. Some have turkeys, pumpkins. There's 3 different gingham patterns, a sunflower pattern, a couple of polka dot patterns, a plaid pattern, and I think I already mentioned the leaves. Oh, there's 3 different polka dot patterns. Anyways, okay, so let's get to making the card. We are going to start out by taking, this is a 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock, and I believe it's 100-pound cardstock. I'm scoring this across the length at 4 1/4 to create a regular sized A2 card base. And I'm going to set my scoreboard aside. Actually, let's fold this using my scoreboard to get those lined up evenly. Increase that score. Set aside my scoreboard, and then I have the the chevron pattern paper, and what I'm going to do is add some tape runner to the back of the pattern paper, and I'm going to add this tape runner just along the outside perimeter of the pattern paper. And I'll explain why I'm doing just the outside in just a second. There we go. Now I'm going to line this up, leaving, and this is cut to 4 inches by 5 1/4, leaving a 1/8 of an inch perimeter around the card base, so it has a nice white mat. Then I'm going to take the die. This is the 5th from the largest, or the 5th from the smallest, the middle size die. And I'm going to scooch this up towards the top of that. I have some tape on my package here that I want to tape this down. I'm going to use the chevron pattern to kind of line this up. I'm just using the top of the arrow here and the top of the arrow here and get that in between. Try to make sure that's straight. Tape that down. Some more tape. Just taping this down. I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine, just open like this, and I'll be right back. So I've run this through my die cutting machine, and now just remove this tape. And what that does is that gives me 2 pieces. This scrap I can just put with the pattern paper, and the other we will use as a component for our card. Looks like I took a little bit off of that. Okay, set that aside. Now we have 3 additional pieces. This piece is 3 inches by 4 inches, and we are going to score it at 1 inch, 2 inches, and 3 inches. And that is going to be our pop-up component. And then we have 2 pieces that are 2 1/4 by 3/4 of an inch, and we're going to score that at 1 1/4. And I'm going to do this. The second piece is the same size. Also score that at 1 1/4. Oh, I think I'm going to need that still. So for the 4 inch by 3 inch piece, I'm just going to fold that in half and score along those score lines, making sure the sides are even. Okay. Score the other 2 pieces. These are the flip pieces. Now the window that I created here, you can use any shape as long as it's larger than any focal pieces or die cuts that you want to add to your card. So we'll bring in our card base here. Now the 3 inch by 4 inch piece, we are going to add some adhesive along, fold it in half, and add adhesive to one area in front of the score line. This is to the opening, so that we can adhere that down. Lots of tape there. Whoops. I'm going to flip that over. Oops. Debris from my die cutting plates. And now I want to kind of center this in between the window. Oh, excuse my head if it gets in the way. But I want to butt that up to the just underneath the score line, so it touches the score line but not covering the score line. And press that down, and then now we're going to add just 1 strip of adhesive here close to the score line so that it doesn't come beyond the window. So that's the reason for just 1 strip of adhesive. And then going to close this down so that it grabs that pop-up piece. And there we go. There's our pop-up piece. Next, with our 2 little flip pieces, we're going to flip them over so the larger portion is facing up, and we're going to add adhesive to the large portion, or the large length of this, and we're going to just add this, you're going to cross the score line. I believe that's right. Yeah, that's right. And put it up against the edge of the window. Press that down, and then the second one, we'll do the same thing. Add adhesive. Oops. Cover that. And put that up against that window. Looks like this one's a little crooked. Straighten out that crease. And then we're going to add adhesive to the smaller portions of the arm. And we are going to, what I do is I line it up in the bottom first and then just pop that into that negative space there. Push that down so it grabs the adhesive, and then There we go, and I think we're sticking. So when you close it, it will grab because it's such a snug fit, it will grab the edges of the window, but when you open it, it pops up. I think I made a mistake. I think I wasn't supposed to cross the score line. So let's finish off the rest of the card. I'm going to use my double-sided tweezers, and what I'm going to do is, I think if you add components to the frame, die-cut components, and don't just stamp on the little rectangle here, then what you'll do is you want to make sure that they don't come along the side, that they only come beyond the area of the square or the rectangle above it, and then you want to make sure it doesn't go beyond the top of your card. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of tape runner, and I'm going to add glue. I prefer liquid glue to tape runner, but it does take a second to set, so I'm going to also add tape runner, that's the reason I also added tape runner. There we go, give that a little push, and then I have my side-facing butterfly. I'm going to do the same, add a little bit of tape runner, use my reverse tweezers, and some liquid glue. I don't want it that high up. Okay, there we go. Next, I'm going to take the word besties, add some liquid glue, making sure that you get the little ends, the T and the B and the S, and then just put some dots with the larger portions in between. Go. And I'm going to overlap those butterflies just a bit. Hold that down till it grabs hold. Make sure it's lined up. There we go. And then I'm going to open up the card, and I have 2 strips of cardstock of the pattern paper, and I'm going to add some tape runner to these. I'm going to put those on the inside of the card. Press that down, and the same for the second piece. Add some tape runner. And the other side. Press that down, and I'll use my non-stick scissors or my Teflon, I believe these are Teflon coated non-stick scissors, yes. And cut off the little edges. Just putting the edge of my scissors up against the card base and clip those little ends off. Okay, there we go. So this is how the card will lay closed, and then we open, and this is how it will display is open. Thanks so much for watching my video today. If you have any questions, leave a comment below the video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.